I rarely make videos because I never get the lighting quite right. I never get the setting quite right. I never get the positioning quite right. I never get anything quite right about them. Anyway, uh, what did I want to say? First of all, a thanks to Dominic Sutherland for including those particular stretches in our karate class tonight. I love it. I love them. I love them stretching exercises. Absolutely amazing. Um, I'd had a plan in my head about what I wanted to say earlier on, but uh, as with all plans made by mice and men, they rarely come together the way that you really want them to. And often you forget your forms when you've just been battered about the place, or when you've just done so much exercise that your eyes are pouring and sweat's pouring down into your eyes, and your head is just uh, smashed, and your brain is away with it. So, uh, what I wanted to say was to describe partly this pain that I've been suffering for the past year. Okay, uh, um, it's pain in my hip, in my groin, and in my leg. It's probably something to do with my back, and I've been given some decent stretching exercises that I am doing, and I do believe will help. And the stretching exercises that we've done this past 2 karate sessions, I've loved them. They are amazing. Right, it's very simply standing at the wall and raising one leg and raising it bent, and your partner pushes down on that leg, and you push up resistance basically. And then the next one is when you've resisted for 10 seconds or so, you then straighten your leg and he lifts it up, and you keep both legs as straight as you can, you keep yourself as tall as you can, and you're like this in sort of semi-fighting position or ready sparring position, and try and get your hamstrings and legs to stretch as high as you can to get a high kick. That stretched position for me is currently at mid-chest height, I suppose. That's not a major point, but it's a major point, and I'm proud enough of it for the time being. I'm not going in for competitions, and I'm not going in for competitions yet because I don't feel ready for competitions, and I don't feel that I'm going to get any trophies. I'm not frightened of being told I'm not good enough. I'm not frightened of failure because it's a decision simply that I'm just going to keep going until I am, and I don't care who knocks me back, and I don't care what kind of a knockback they think they're giving me, because it won't be a knockback to me. It'll never be a knockback to me, not even if they tell me that I'm never ever going to amount to anything. Would it be any kind of knockback for me? It's not confidence, it's not stubbornness, it's confidence and stubbornness. It is that I've made a decision, and I've made a decision that I want to get back to proficient in martial arts that I like. And I'm starting with Tang Sudo. I found Dominique to be a very, very trustworthy teacher, in that she is there week in and week out. And she has been there week in and week out for the last, how long have we been there, me and Abby? 2 or 3 years? A while, 2 or 3 years. I'm not sure exactly, but long enough to count, long enough for me to be able to say that she is long-term, steady and stable, and constant and consistent. as a teacher. She has patience and she has discipline, and she is able to discipline and she's able to impart what she's teaching without even having to go into so much minute little detail. Her ego doesn't get in the way of what she's trying to impart in her martial art teachings. Her ego doesn't get in the way. I have known martial arts teachers whose egos do get in the way. They like or don't like you, and their ideas and ideals of themselves make them overbearing or make them not able to impart what they're expected to impart or what they're wanting to impart. Anyway, let's get on with it. Let's get on with what I'm trying to say. This pain in my hip, pain in my leg, could be to do with my back, could be to do with osteoarthritis that the GP mentioned to me. I think it has been due to lifting heavy 3 foot by 2 foot paving slabs out of one garden, putting some of them into the boot of a car, 4 to 6 at a time, driving them across to a new address, lifting them out of a car, taking them into a garden, stacking them in a certain way, lifting some of them with help from a good friend Jason Burkett onto a flatbed truck, lifting them off of a flatbed truck at the other end, stacking those into more piles in the new garden as well. Now, there weren't thousands of them, but there were enough that I am 98% certain that that is what has torn certain muscles in my hips and groin, and that is what has created what I'm beginning to think has been frozen muscular areas where I think my muscles have frozen to the point of built up some mesh armor around themselves, some defensive mechanisms, so I've been frozen into position. That's why I love this stretching that we've been doing at the moment, because this past week, until today actually, Monday, this past week, until earlier today, Monday, this past week, I've been feeling like these particular areas within my hip and groin have actually come alive again. They've actually come alive again. That's how I feel. Now, what I had planned on saying about all of this earlier on was that, for example, the pain, you could say that I'm whinging and complaining. Okay, I'm not. And the reason that I'm not denying it. I'm not in denial, but I am denying it. But I'm not in denial because I feel the pain and I'm aware of the pain. I'm not whinging about it and being a crybaby. The reason that I'm wanting to describe where I'm at with this pain is that just for understanding's sake, and for you and I to understand what I'm actually doing about it. Okay, itchy nose. For us to understand what I'm actually doing about this pain that I've had until fairly recently. Excellent. Fairly recently. Okay, because it's going. It is going. It's diminishing. But it's always diminishing. It seems to be always diminishing until now. It seems to have continued to diminish until now. It's not that it was there and then suddenly gone. Not yet. It's going to be, but it hasn't been so far. this is what I'm doing about it. In the magical culture that I study, this thing called Huna, 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 the Hawaiian shamanic system. Actually, Huna ain't Hawaiian, which is true. It ain't necessarily totally Hawaiian. This thing that was created by Max Freedom long after having studied in Hawaii and looked for various kahuna, the art being banned until, was it 79 or 89? 1979 or 1989, banned from families practicing those arts, the arts of Ho'omanamana and Ho'oponopono and all that kind of druidry, white brotherhood, witchery stuff. In the Huna arts, there's one particular technique that I've read is called desensitization. And it's where when a person stubs their toe, for instance, I'm crying. I'm crying. When a person stubs their toe, the immediate response is to jump about and scream and swear and all that sort of stuff, right? But in Huna, when you stub your toe, what you do is you pretend to kick whatever you've stubbed your toe on again and again and again, over and over, bang, 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 sort of thing, you know, in the knowledge that if you bang your toe once and bang equals pain, excruciating agony, instant message to the brain, instant reaction, blah, blah, blah. If you do the same again and again and again and again and again repeatedly and there's no pain, 10 times of no pain diminishes the one time of pain. Okay? This is a desensitization technique. Okay? That's the simple version. My version is this. I am hereby impelling, permitting, suggesting, commanding, demanding, implanting, inputting, a vision into our hypnotic level of mind, in which we have lifted unrealistically hundreds of thousands of 3x2, 6x4, 12x8, 24x16, 48x32, 6 foot thick concrete paving slabs in a completely muscle challenging, strength challenging manner, shifted them 100 at a time, vast distances. The pain has been such that the reaction to the pain in your senses, in our senses, to our nerves, to our body, muscles, mind, is such that it's reminiscent of that scene in the Matrix movie when Neo has put his hand on that mirror and the mirror is travelling up his arm and gets to his heart. And as it gets to his heart, he goes, ah! And instantly you find yourself in another realm, in a complete other realm, in which you do a master's training in martial arts, Tang Sudo, Kung Fu, Ninjutsu, Systema, Tekion, and various other martial arts. Have them inputted into your soul. You have a complete muscular cleanse from head to foot, the sun to the core of the earth to the sun, the core of you to the skin of the universe, the skin of the universe to the core of you, inwards, outwards, upwards, downwards. The heart of you out to the furthest reaches of infinity, the furthest reaches of infinity back to the heart of you. From the heart of you to the furthest reaches of antiquity, the furthest reaches of antiquity to the heart of you. This muscle cleanse, I could go into great detail about what the muscle cleanse is. It's a muscle cleanse. It cleanses out every blockage, every slight tension, every knot, every pain, everything that isn't totally supporting what you are and who you are. Everything. Okay? It just wipes it out. You also get an emotional cleanse that's the same thing. Does the same thing in an infinite number of other things. You get a bone cleanse. You get a total physical everything cleanse. Muscle, bone, organs, every organ. Emotion, intelligence, mentality. Cleanses you of all glitches, whatever they are. Comes in and tends to your chinks, whatever those chinks are. Got a little bit of a sore throat, and because I've been doing exercise, my nose is blocked. So it unblocks your nose, and it unblocks your eyes, and it unblocks your ears, and it unblocks your mouth, and it unblocks the pores of your skin, and it unblocks everything that it can unblock that allows you to be the best that you can be, allows you to be the best you, allows you to be hyper motivated. Okay. Allows you to be hyper motivated. Okay. So, all of those things in a fraction of a second. In fact, in such a fraction of a second that it's like this. I bet you I can have done that. I can have done that already without you seeing me do it. Yeah? Do you want to see it again? Okay. Do you want to see it again? Okay. Ready? I want to see it again. See that? See that business? In NLP, that is what's called a swish pattern. To explain what a swish pattern is, it's you take a picture. It could be a negative thing that you don't want, or you don't like, or a negative thing you want to have diminished, and you move it away from you very fast into the distance, getting smaller and smaller over the horizon and disappearing. While at the same time, you take a picture that you do like, something beautiful, amazing, wonderful, fit, healthy, motivated, happy, achieving, progressing, and you move it towards you very fast. And you do it like this. However, you don't have to do the arm movements. You don't have to literally go. You don't have to say swish. Have you seen that advert Frisch? It's very much like that. You just go. I'll say it again. I'll say it again. You want to see me have done that? Being in such pain with this issue, whatever this issue is. You want to see me do that again? So fast that you can't even perceive me doing it. You know, tripping to a total other realm, doing whatever trainings, whatever learnings, whatever study, receiving energies, blasting through me from past to future, future to past, inner to outer, outer to inner, up to down, down to up, all directions, inwards, from the heart outwards, all directions, cleansing, healing, energizing, motivating, to achieve the things we've always wanted to achieve, we've always said we've wanted to achieve. We've put on back burners for whatever reason. You want to see me again do that so fast that it's unbelievable, that it's totally flies in the face of anything. You want to see me do that again? Yeah? Okay. And I'm laughing now. Look, I'm laughing. See? Probably my family think I'm bonkers. But you know, there's a lot to be said for being bonkers. Yeah? BONGKHUZ. Bonkers. Okay? BANGHKUZ. BHANGKOZ. Bonkers. BONGKHUZ. Bonkers. Bonkers. Hey, babe. Okay. There's a lot to be said for being bonkers. There's a lot to be said for utilising techniques like this. These are NLP techniques. And some of them come from the advanced forms of NLP and from Huna. I've just shared with you the desensitization technique and also the swish pattern. Desensitization and swish. Okay? Now, the thing with NLP and Huna is that you have to use imaginative methodology. You have to use imagination within them. And you have to make them kind of daft. Because if you don't, they don't impact you. They're supposed to impact you emotionally. Imagination is more powerful than logic. That's one of the first, very first things that you will literally be taught in printed word on any hypnosis course. Imagination is more powerful than logic in creating change. Imagination is the key. Fun is the key. Playing playfully like a child is the key to creating change in the mind, change in the body, to motivating your team, motivating your people, motivating your work staff. Imagination is the key, and fun is the key. Okay? So, nothing wrong with being a little bonkers. Be a little bonkers. Let rip a little bit. Okay. Will that do? Will that do? Will that do the trick? Do you want to see me do that again? Okay, that's enough. Thank you.